Over 60, these 4 veggies may harm your joints, but these 4 can help you stay strong, steady, and pain-free. Number 1 is canned corn, the hidden inflammation trap. At first glance, canned corn seems harmless. It's soft, sweet, and easy to digest, something that fits perfectly on any senior's dinner plate. But don't be fooled by its mild taste and convenience. That little scoop may be silently working against your health, especially if joint pain, stiffness, or fatigue have crept into your life lately. The problem begins inside the can. Most canned corn varieties are packed with added salt and sometimes sugar. These 2 ingredients are known to drive chronic inflammation, especially in older adults. Your body becomes more reactive with age, and excess sodium can cause fluid retention, making knees feel tight, ankles swell, and everyday movement more difficult. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that high sodium intake significantly increases inflammation markers, especially in people over 60. But sodium isn't the only issue. Corn is also high in omega-6 fatty acids, which in large amounts create an imbalance that fuels joint pain and circulatory problems. While your body needs some omega-6, the modern diet is already overloaded with it, often 20 times more than omega-3s. That imbalance pushes your system toward inflammation, especially in sensitive areas like your joints, hips, and lower back. And if you think corn is a vegetable, here's the twist. It's technically a grain, and a high-starch one at that. Canned corn has a surprisingly high glycemic index, which can lead to blood sugar spikes and oxidative stress. That means more pressure on your blood vessels and slower nerve responses, 2 major contributors to balance issues, foot numbness and leg fatigue. You might be wondering, do I have to cut corn completely? Not necessarily, but if you're eating canned corn regularly, it's time to cut back. Choose fresh or frozen corn, free from added salt or sweeteners. Cook it simply, no sugary glazes or butter-heavy sides. Even better, start replacing it a few days a week with fiber-rich, anti-inflammatory vegetables like turnips, green peas, or steamed cauliflower. These support circulation, protect your joints, and keep your blood sugar steady. Your body speaks in whispers before it screams. Number 2 is onions, raw. The surprising gut aggravator. You've heard for years that onions are good for you. And yes, they do have benefits. But here's the part nobody talks about. For many seniors, especially those over 60, raw onions can quietly trigger gut trouble that ripples through your entire body. Raw onions are high in FODMAPs, a group of fermentable sugars that can cause digestive stress, especially in people with sensitive stomachs, IBS, or age-related gut changes. As your digestion naturally slows with age, these compounds can become harder to break down, leading to bloating, cramping, gas, and discomfort. But it doesn't stop in the belly. Here's the connection most people miss. Gut inflammation doesn't stay in the gut. According to research from clinical and translational gastroenterology, intestinal inflammation is closely linked to systemic inflammation, which means it can affect your joints, energy, and even brain function. Seniors struggling with arthritis, brain fog, or unsteady movement often notice a difference when they remove high FODMAP foods like raw onions from their diet. And we're not talking about massive portions here. Even small amounts of raw onion, like what you toss into a salad or sandwich, can be enough to trigger a subtle, daily flare-up. You may not connect the dots, but the signs are there. Joint stiffness that won't go away, bloating after meals, knees that feel heavy, or waking up with a foggy head. Now let's be clear, not all onions are bad, and not all people react the same. Cooking onions, especially sautéing or roasting them, can dramatically reduce their FOD/MAP content and make them much easier to digest. But raw onions? They're the most intense and often the most problematic. So if you've been struggling with gut discomfort, creaky joints, or unexplained fatigue, Try this simple test. Cut out raw onions for 2 to 3 weeks. Keep everything else the same. Then listen to your body. Many seniors report less bloating, easier movement, and sharper focus, all from skipping a single ingredient. Still love the flavor? Try switching to green onions, scallions, or chives, which are much lower in FODMAPs and easier on your digestive system. Number 3 is cabbage raw. The gas-inflaming culprit cabbage has long been celebrated as a healthy, affordable vegetable. It's low in calories, high in fiber, and full of nutrients. But what many seniors don't realize is that raw cabbage can quietly cause digestive trouble, disrupt thyroid balance, and even affect your joints and energy levels as you age. Here's what's happening inside your body. Raw cabbage contains insoluble fiber and sulfur compounds that can be tough for the digestive system, especially as stomach acid and enzyme production naturally slow down after 60. The result? These compounds are more likely to ferment in your gut, leading to bloating, gas, and cramping. That internal pressure doesn't just make you uncomfortable, it can throw off your posture and stability, making movement feel harder and less secure. But digestion isn't the only concern. Raw cabbage is also rich in goitrogens, natural substances that can interfere with thyroid function, particularly in people with low iodine levels, a common issue among seniors. Your thyroid plays a critical role in regulating metabolism, energy, and joint health. When it's underactive, you might notice fatigue, joint stiffness, cold extremities, and slower recovery after physical activity. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that eating too many raw goitrogenic vegetables, like cabbage, can reduce iodine uptake and potentially slow thyroid hormone production in sensitive individuals. So, what's the solution? You don't need to give up cabbage entirely. The key is to cook it. Lightly steaming, roasting, or sautéing cabbage helps break down the tough fibers and neutralize most goitrogens, making it far easier on your digestion and safer for your thyroid. If you're craving that fresh crunch in a salad or wrap, try alternatives like romaine, butter lettuce, or lightly steamed bok choy, all easier to digest and gentler on your body. If you've been struggling with bloating, stiffness, or sluggish energy, try cutting out raw cabbage for just 2 weeks. Many seniors report feeling lighter, more comfortable, and steadier on their feet with that one simple change. If you find this video helpful for your health, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's move on to the next step. Number 4 is pickled vegetables, the salt shock. You didn't expect. Pickled vegetables might seem like a smart choice. Low in calories, crunchy, full of flavor. But for many seniors, especially over the age of 60, these seemingly innocent snacks can quietly cause joint stiffness, poor circulation, and digestive irritation, all thanks to excess salt and vinegar hiding in every bite. Let's start with the biggest issue, sodium. Most store-bought pickled vegetables are preserved in brine that contains hundreds of milligrams of salt per small serving. That means just a few forkfuls can deliver over half your recommended daily intake of sodium. For older adults, this is especially dangerous. A study published in Hypertension found that high sodium intake significantly increases arterial stiffness and systemic inflammation, both of which can slow blood flow to your legs, feet, and brain, leading to cold extremities, numbness, and balance issues. And it's not just about salt. The acidic vinegar brine that gives pickles their signature tang can also irritate the lining of your gut, especially if you already deal with acid reflux, IBS, or a sensitive stomach. When your gut is inflamed, nutrient absorption goes down. That means fewer vitamins and minerals reaching your joints, muscles, and nerves, leaving your body more vulnerable to fatigue, stiffness, and slowed movement. Pickled vegetables also tend to crowd out more nourishing options. Instead of eating fresh, steamed, or roasted vegetables rich in fiber, antioxidants, and joint-supporting compounds. You may be filling up on foods that do little to support your strength, and may even be working against it. The good news: you don't have to eliminate pickled veggies completely, but you should cut back, especially if you're eating them daily. If you enjoy the tangy flavor, consider making your own low-sodium pickles using herbs, garlic, and less vinegar. Or better yet, swap them a few days a week for naturally anti-inflammatory vegetables like steamed carrots, green beans, or broccoli, all of which support healthy circulation and joint comfort. Try going just 2 to 3 weeks without pickled vegetables. Many seniors report less swelling in their ankles, improved digestion, steadier balance, and even better energy after this small change. Number 5 is beets, the blood flow supercharger. They're vibrant, earthy, and often underestimated. But for seniors looking to improve circulation, leg strength, and brain clarity, beets may be one of the most powerful vegetables you can eat. In fact, they don't just support your health, they help unlock better movement, faster thinking, and more stable steps, all with one key nutrient: natural nitrates. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, plant compounds your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This means more oxygen-rich blood reaches your legs, brain, and muscles, exactly where circulation tends to slow down as we age. According to a study published in Nitric Oxide, Biology and Chemistry, older adults who consumed nitrate-rich beet juice experienced significant improvements in blood flow, walking endurance, and reaction speed after just a few days. That's not all. Beets also contain betalains, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in blood vessels and joints, protect against oxidative stress, and support overall vascular health. For seniors with stiff knees, aching feet, or foggy afternoons, this means fewer cramps, better balance, and sharper mental clarity. But here's where it gets practical. Beets are easy to add to your routine. You don't need fancy juicers or powders. Just steam them, roast them, or slice them into salads. Want even more benefit? Pair them with a little healthy fat like olive oil or avocado to boost nutrient absorption. Worried about sugar? It's true that beets have a natural sweetness, but their glycemic load is low, especially when eaten whole. And unlike white potatoes or processed carbs, beets don't cause sudden blood sugar crashes. Instead, they provide a steady energy release, ideal for keeping your legs strong and your brain alert. And for those who struggle with balance or mobility, the benefits may be more noticeable than expected. Improved circulation from beets means better nerve communication, which translates into faster reflexes and stronger muscle coordination, key to avoiding falls and staying independent. If you haven't had beets in a while, start small. Even half a cup a few times a week can make a difference. Number 6 is turnips, the low-carb, high-fiber ally. They might not be the first vegetable that comes to mind, but turnips are one of the most underrated foods for seniors looking to reduce joint pain, improve blood sugar control, and support overall mobility. If you've been relying heavily on starchy sides like white potatoes or pasta, it may be time to give turnips a second look. Turnips are naturally low in carbohydrates and high in fiber, which means they don't spike your blood sugar like other starches often do. That's important because blood sugar spikes are closely tied to inflammation, a key factor in joint stiffness, nerve sensitivity, and circulation issues. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that diets higher in fiber were associated with significantly lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a well-known marker of chronic inflammation in older adults. But that's not all turnips bring to the table. Their fiber content also acts as a prebiotic, helping to feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. And when your gut microbiome is healthy, it doesn't just aid digestion, it also supports your immune system, reduces inflammation throughout the body, and can even boost your mood and energy levels. Turnips are rich in vitamin C, which supports collagen production and helps maintain the integrity of your joints, cartilage, and connective tissues. They also provide potassium, which helps regulate muscle contractions and blood pressure, crucial for strong legs, steady balance, and cardiovascular health. Now, let's talk about the kitchen. Turnips are extremely versatile. You can boil, mash, roast, or sauté them. When roasted, they develop a slightly sweet, nutty flavor that pairs well with herbs and olive oil. For a comforting dish, try mashing them with a touch of garlic and plain yogurt, a satisfying low-starch alternative to mashed potatoes. Some seniors even enjoy mixing turnips with carrots or parsnips for a more flavorful blend. If you've been dealing with bloating, fatigue after meals, or that heavy legs feeling, turnips could be the gentle shift your body needs. Many seniors report less stiffness, smoother digestion, and more stable energy when they replace heavier starches with turnips just a few times a week. If you find this video helpful for your health, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's move on to the next step. Number 7 is garlic, the tiny anti-inflammatory giant. It's small, easy to overlook, and often treated as just a seasoning. But garlic is one of the most powerful healing foods you can add to your plate, especially as you age. For seniors, garlic is more than a flavor enhancer. It's a natural tool to help reduce inflammation, support circulation, and strengthen the immune system. 3 areas that become more vulnerable after 60. The power of garlic lies in its organosulfur compounds, particularly allicin, which is released when garlic is crushed or chopped. These compounds have been shown to lower key inflammation markers, including C-reactive protein, CRP, a protein directly linked to joint pain, heart disease, and chronic fatigue. A study in Food and Function found that seniors who took aged garlic extract saw reduced inflammation and better blood vessel flexibility, helping their bodies deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. Why is that important? Because as blood flow slows with age, your legs, joints, and brain receive less oxygen, leading to cold feet, numbness, slower reaction times, and stiffer movements. Garlic helps to open up blood vessels, improve circulation, and protect the delicate linings of your arteries from inflammation and plaque buildup. And the benefits don't stop with circulation. Garlic is also a powerful immune booster, helping your body fight off infections and inflammation naturally. It's rich in antioxidants, which combat free radicals that contribute to joint breakdown, muscle fatigue, and cellular aging. How can you add it to your day? It's simple. Just 1 to 2 fresh cloves a day can make a difference. Chop or crush the garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. This activates the allicin. Then sauté it gently in olive oil, or add it to soups, stews, roasted vegetables, or sauces. If raw garlic is too harsh for your stomach, cooking it lightly still retains many of its healing benefits. You don't need to overdo it. In fact, seniors who add garlic regularly, just a few times a week, often report less joint stiffness, warmer hands and feet, better endurance, and even clearer thinking. It's a small daily habit that can bring big results over time. Number 8 is ginger, the natural pain reliever. You may know ginger as something you add to tea or stir-fries, but for seniors, this humble root is one of the most powerful natural tools for reducing joint pain, improving circulation, and calming inflammation throughout the body. If your knees feel stiff in the morning or your legs get sore after short walks, ginger may be exactly what your body needs. The secret lies in ginger's unique compounds, gingerols and shogals. These have been widely studied for their anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving effects. In fact, a study published in Arthritis and Rheumatism found that older adults with osteoarthritis who consumed a daily ginger extract experienced significantly less knee pain and better mobility than those who didn't. Unlike pain medications, ginger works gently and naturally, without harsh side effects on the stomach or liver. But ginger doesn't just reduce pain. It also supports healthy blood flow. As we age, circulation often slows down, leading to cold feet, tingling in the legs, and slower reflexes. Ginger helps relax and widen blood vessels, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles, joints, and brain more efficiently. That means faster recovery, sharper movement, and more stability with each step. And if digestion has been a concern for you, ginger helps there too. It soothes the stomach lining, improves enzyme activity, and reduces bloating. That's especially important because a healthy gut plays a key role in controlling inflammation, even in areas far from the digestive tract, like your knees, back, and hands. So how can you start using ginger? It's simple. Just 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger a day can bring real benefits. You can steep it in hot water to make a warming tea, add it to soups, blend it into smoothies, or cook it into stir-fries with a bit of olive oil. Prefer something easier? A cup of unsweetened ginger tea in the morning or evening is a gentle and effective way to get started. Most seniors who make ginger a regular part of their diet report less joint stiffness, better mobility, improved digestion, and even clearer thinking, all from one simple addition to their routine.